Frieren is officially iconic, but one part that gets overshadowed in the anime is the villain. The villains in Frieren represent the worst of human psychology. And here's how Frieren uses that to revive the most boring villain concept, and how deep the psychological rabbit hole in Frieren can be. Let's start from 24 March 2024, when the result of the second popularity contest of Frieren was announced. The result was, interesting. One of them is because Aura the Headless finally won against Frieren in something, and Frieren was ranked 5th in the series named after her. Now if you compare it with the first popularity poll in 2022, another demon, Macht, was placed 4th. That's above Frieren and Stark. And in the 3rd place we have Frieren's nemesis, the Mimic. Macht, Solitar, Aura, they're supposed to be boring. Frieren versus the demons is the classic good versus evil. And you know that anime and manga enjoyers, gamers are all about the ethically gray area right now. But people really love Macht, Solitar, and Aura has a really devout cult even without her scale. And it becomes more intriguing when I remember that the demons in Frieren consist of just the worst of human psychology. The actions, their emotions, the chilling stares are recorded in our human history, and people warned us about it. And so using that, Frieren series revives the most boring villain concept. Here's how. Wait. Jeffrey, isn't it stated in the story that the demons in Frieren are made really different from humans to the core? Well, yeah, you're right. For example, in episode 7, Frieren said that the demons can't be communicated with. Other explanations about demons also said so. We're so different, and figuring out intention is out of the question. The demon's way of thinking should feel really unthinkable, unpredictable, and out of this world. But from the anime and the manga, there are patterns of actions that we can see. Frieren and Flammo also explain demons, how they live, their culture, and when we summarize those, it gets kinda surprisingly funny. You'll see. There are 3 main points here. First, demons love magic, are exceptionally good at it compared to humans, and they're proud and also need validation of it. Flammo in episode 10 explains that because of their culture, they flaunt their strength for better social standings. And second, from Lugner, Macht, and even some unnamed demons, they strategically use manipulation, including emotional manipulation to get what they want, mostly killing humans. They even use words they don't understand just to make openings to save themselves and to get close to their prey. And lastly, they're really unemotional about it, and killing is in their nature. Lugner, for example, he knows the word and the act of empathy, but he can't feel it himself. They have no concept of morality, remorse, empathy, none. So here's the list so far. And what if I tell you those 3 descriptions are related to one specific human personality model? The most anime personality model ever. The Dark Triad. What's with the name? Oh, I feel filthy. If you don't get the memo, the Triad is bad news. It's the personality model of the red flags. It's the model when you want to measure how punchable someone is and who you want to throw off the cliff first. And the Dark Triad consists of subclinical narcissism, subclinical psychopathy, and Machiavellianism. So from now, when I mention narcissism, what I mean by that is the subclinical one. For psychopathy though, in this context, I believe it's more severe than subclinical psychopathy. Okay, back to the video in 1. So the question is, what's with this model? And the answer to that, this model shows how exactly the villains in Frieren differ from other generic villains, and also what makes them iconic. So based on the model, the demons in Frieren are closely related to 2 traits, Machiavellianism and psychopathy, with some sprinkles of narcissism. Based on the definition of psychopathy, you can say that it's their core. They mess things up and they don't feel bad about it. Machiavellianism because they tend to strategize and manipulate their prey without being emotional. So how is it different from the usual anime? Do you know the small fry villain syndrome in shonen? It has been the shonen stuff for the longest time, and the classic move is usually to ramp up the narcissism, entitlement, delusional, excessive pride. But in Frieren, it's different. Narcissism exists, the excess pride is there, but the main focus is different. I think from only this, you can already imagine the difference. The bigger villains in Frieren are more of a cold and calculating type, and the grandeur, entitled delusion part of them is hiding deeper. But we also have Dracht in Frieren. But come on, it's Dracht. But that's not enough to make it iconic, isn't it? Like, come on, that's nothing new. Yeah, because we're not quite there yet. And now, this is when it gets dark and involves touchy topics. So I started processing this video 2 months ago before I broke my hand, but I was this close to scrapping the entire idea because I know for a fact that some people like to twist the narrative about this topic. You'll see why in a minute. And before we continue, I've been thinking about which topic for the next 2 longer videos, and instead of choosing it myself, why don't I ask for help from you guys to choose? I have some ideas here, so comment below which one you prefer, and now let's get back to the video. Okay, so Machiavellianism and psychopathy, with some sprinkle of narcissism. But that's nothing new. What's so interesting about it? The answer is because they do it right. And because they do it right, they brew a specific type of evil. And it's irresistible. Here's what I mean. Why don't they make all demons look more burly and scary, like Wall? Look at Lugner in the story, for example. His drip was on point, baby! And he's charming to boot, and that smile. That damn smile. And look at Macht. Damn, he looks good. And if you read the manga, you know how deep Macht infiltrate the human society. Linie? Man, she's cute. And look at how down bad people are to Aura. Well, you're the weird one here. Okay, but what this is all about? The answer is simple, and Solitar said it herself, and I'm going to rephrase it here. It's easier to manipulate humans if they look like humans, speak like humans, walk like humans, and dress like humans. And let me add to that, better if they could look hotter too. And again, for them, it's the shape of manipulation. Machiavellianism and psychopathy traits again. And that's not surprising. They're born that way. As a species, they are natural-born Machiavellians and psychopaths. It's their natural tendency, pure ideation of Machiavellianism and psychopathy. And it breeds an evil called the beautiful monster. They need to be charming because it's their manifestation of evil. It's a romanticized kind of evil, memorable enough that searching beautiful monster on Google results in songs about dangerous yet charming and alluring temptation. In anime, we even have the ultra Machiavellian genius psychopath named Johann Liebert from Monster, that honestly is on a new level than what we're talking about. And this romanticization also nearly made me scrap this video idea because it's fine if it's for entertainment, but it extends to news outlets, serious media. They show psychopaths trait as some sigma grind set stuff. Some people try to act like one without proper information. Can you imagine how many grifters, fake gurus, quote-unquote CoffeeZilla clients we have to deal with just because Dark Triad is in fashion? But as a fictional character, man, they're exciting. They fill stories with riddles, more intrigue, sense of foreboding. They keep you on your toes. You know, antagonists don't need to always have an unexpectedly noble cause, more realistic mindset, or actually a nice guy. Well, it's okay if that's your taste, but we can also go another route here and still get an exciting entertainment. Even the classic black and white becomes tasteful with beautiful monsters in the act. But I'm not done though. We only talk about, what, 4 to 5 characters? But I won't be surprised if Frieren series is built with things like this. It might just be a goldmine of psychological puzzles that are also fun for you to watch. Including about this topic, I'm not done with this because if you're aware, I avoid mentioning Macht too much. One, it's rather spoilery, and I genuinely think people need to read it first. And second, man, Macht is a really different level of riddle compared to other demons. Also, it's kind of funny that the name Macht is really close to Macht 4, a measurement tool for Machiavellianism, but it might be just a coincidence. But for the pitiable Macht, let's talk about it later because it's 3 AM now and God.